Good morning and welcome to your weather hazard briefing for Sunday, July 28th. Looking at the key points today, we've got a few isolated thunderstorms that we're expecting today, but overall activity should be a lot less than what we saw yesterday. We do have cooler temperatures still in the area for today. And then we turn drier and windier for Monday and Tuesday. All that being said, we do still have wildfire smoke in the area. That's going to be kind of present going forward as it ebbs and flows. But we do have air quality alerts out there from that we've relayed from the Idaho Department of Environmental Quality. Taking a quick look at the satellite here, you can see a rotation on satellite. This is associated with an area of low pressure that's moving across northern Idaho. We do have a trough of low pressure that's kicking off some shower activity, even a few thunderstorms this morning, but very isolated activity. We do have drier moisture feeding into this, so we're not expecting a whole lot in the way of activity, but we should see still a few isolated showers and thunderstorms that kick off, especially across the central Idaho mountains and the Divide area into Montana. Taking a look at the weather risk outlook for today, we do have just a couple of areas of minor concern, mostly because we have isolated to scattered thunderstorms possible over eastern highlands, say from Victor to Driggs, up through Island Park and the Centennial Mountains. Also, we have an area of gusty winds and low RH for the Lost River area. Not necessarily red flag conditions, but kind of marginal fire weather conditions for that area. So highlighted that as yellow as well as minor risk. Outside of that, we do have breezy winds in the area with that low pressure kind of skirting across the area. And we do have air quality alerts, like I mentioned before, in certain locations throughout central and eastern Idaho. As we're going forward, we do see winds start to tighten up and get a little breezier on Monday and then again on Tuesday. Winds will increase from Monday to Tuesday overall, be a little bit stronger on Tuesday. However, it looks like Monday will be the drier of the 2 days. So I've kind of highlighted the low RH threat in here for fire weather behavior as well. With that lower relative humidity expected Monday. Going into Tuesday, like I mentioned, the stronger winds expected on Tuesday for most locations. And then by Wednesday and Thursday, we see high pressure start to build back in and those fire weather concerns start to subside a little bit. However, we'll be turning on the heat towards the end of the week. Taking a look at the watches and warnings, we zoomed out here across the western U.S. as a whole. Just some red flag warnings across Utah and Wyoming into Colorado, but nothing for the state of Idaho, nothing for eastern Idaho currently. What's not showing up here again is the air quality alerts that we have relayed from Idaho DEQ. Taking a look at maximum temperatures, what we're expecting for highs today, could see kind of mid 80s, low to mid 80s for most locations. Again, that's about 3 to 5 degrees below where we are for seasonal averages. So all things considered, a pretty temperate day in terms of temperatures for the area. Severe weather outlook, we're just expecting kind of general thunderstorms today. We could see some gusty winds with some of that activity that kicks off with that passing trough of low pressure across, say, portions of Custer County, Lemhi County, across the Centennials, and even down from Arco, Idaho Falls, even across the eastern highlands. Again, not expecting widespread coverage, but isolated strong thunderstorms cannot be ruled out. So we could see some gusty winds with some thunderstorms, but overall we shouldn't see any damaging wind threat for today. Taking a look at the thunderstorm potential, this is kind of an animation here. Moves a little quick, but basically in the morning you can see kind of splotchy pattern. And then as we get into the afternoon, the higher threats are going to be over that Centennial Mountains through the eastern highlands. This is the thunderstorm potential. Anywhere we could see thunderstorms greater than, say, moderate strength. So again, it's going to be mostly from the Centennial Mountains through West Yellowstone, down south through, say, Teton Valley into eastern Bonneville County, and then east towards Wyoming. Taking a look at smoke impacts this morning, we're doing a lot better across our portions of the state than we were this time yesterday. We're seeing anywhere from green, which is good air quality across the southeast, to moderate air quality in the upper Snake portion and into eastern Magic Valley. Even over into Twin Falls, we've seen it kind of subside from unhealthy to this orange, which is unhealthy for sensitive groups. So things have moderated a fair amount in the last 24 hours from where we were yesterday. However, where we're going today, we can see further upstream, we do still have a lot of unhealthy air over the Boise area. That could be kind of moving back into the area. So taking a look at how that progresses, this is one of our high resolution forecast models. You can see these greens and yellows that start to come back in by later this afternoon and evening. That's a little bit more unhealthy air. So we start out really kind of healthier air, very mixed across eastern Idaho. And as we go through the midday and mid-afternoon, we can see that we get some of that unhealthier air kind of dragged back into central and eastern Idaho. So air quality starting out fairly good this morning, but we may see that start to wane as we go through the afternoon and into the evening hours. So we may see hazier skies return to eastern Idaho. Taking a look at tomorrow's temperatures, we do step up a few degrees, going from the mid-80s today for many locations to maybe even touching 90 for some locations in, say, Shoshone, Burley, Pocatello, even up towards Idaho Falls may flirt with 90 degrees. Outside of that, we're pretty well around average in terms of temperatures for Monday's forecast. However, Monday we're going to kick in some wind. These are kind of the maximum wind gusts that we could see in the afternoon hours. So we could see wind reaching 20 to 30 miles per hour, 30 miles an hour plus, say, across the Arco Mud Lake Desert in the afternoon hours. So, of course, for fire weather concerns this time of year, that's more of a concern. And we will see lower relative humidity values in that portion as well on Monday. So something to be cognizant going forward on Monday for fire weather concerns. Tuesday, we do have another reinforcing trough of low pressure that moves across, so temperatures will actually go down a few degrees from Monday's reading. So Monday to Tuesday, we drop about 3 degrees across the board, 3 to 5 degrees, and we fall back just slightly below averages, with most locations in the upper 70s across the higher elevations into the low and mid 80s for Tuesday. Now, again, Tuesday, like I mentioned before, we're going to see winds start to kick back in. We could see winds in excess of 30 miles per hour again across the Snake Plain. And of course, in the higher elevations, we could see 20, 25, 30 miles an hour across the ridges of the higher elevations. So again, for those fire weather concerns, Monday and Tuesday both do look like very breezy to windy days. Now, I just wanted to throw this in there as we go from, say, Tuesday through midweek into the latter part of the week. We start to build high pressure back into western U.S. and we'll see those temperatures really start to climb, especially as we go Thursday, Friday into Saturday. And here's what we have going for the current high temperatures on Saturday. We are back above normal, basically about 3 to 7 degrees above normal by Saturday. We could see these even a little bit higher by the time the weekend rolls around. So something to watch as we go forward. We could be dealing with Again, heat impacts from several days getting above 90, pushing even close to 100 as we go, say, into the eastern Magic Valley area. And looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook going into early next week, early to mid next week, really we're jumping right back into the heat. We're looking like we're about 80 to 90% confidence of going back to above normal temperatures. And with that, we'll be back below average for precipitation chances. So the kind of reprieve that we've had the last several days and even the next couple of days that we'll have being around or even below average temperatures, that will only be kind of temporary as we go forward, as we move back into above normal temperatures and below normal precipitation. So just in summary, we do have some isolated thunderstorms today. Cooler temperatures remain today and really through Tuesday. And then we turn the forecast drier and windier for Monday and Tuesday, and then drier through the end of the week as we turn on the heat. And we do have that wildfire smoke in the area with several air quality alerts out there from the Department of Environmental Quality. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to us via email here. You can give us a call, and you can further dig into the forecast at our website at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for listening.